My name is Nancy Johnson, and I will be discussing adjunct faculty in higher education. The role of adjunct faculty. Currently in the United States, adjunct faculty members are providing approximately 40% of the instruction in institutions of higher education. While some teach on an academic year basis, the majority of these adjuncts are employed on a semester course basis. Their salaries range from a low of about $400 per course to as high as $4,000 in some of the more prestigious institutions. They tend to be found most often in the Department of English, Mathematics, and Modern Language, where they typically teach entry-level courses. Although many adjunct faculty bring important real-world professional experience to their departments, they seldom have time or opportunity to share that knowledge with full-time members. Conversely, experienced full-time faculty rarely mentor adjunct faculty. As the number of adjunct faculty continues to increase, administrators at colleges and universities will begin to feel greater pressure to respond to calls for accountability. During the mid-1980s, when the budget crunch began to materialize, administrators and department chairs had to devise a method for continuing to meet instructional requirements while financial support declined. In fact, they were often faced with increased instructional needs because of increased enrollment. The movement to employ part-time instructors began in the 1960s on community college campuses. There was such a demand for evening instruction that administrators had no choice but to seek help from the professional community. Fortunately, the community answered the call to become the first generation of adjunct faculty. As the budget crunch intensified, four-year institutions began to implement a regular policy of filling the gaps with adjunct faculty. Initially, there was a need for additional instructors, but presently, the distinct perception is that there is a need for additional instructors who are willing to work for a lower salary. Adjunct faculty and higher education costs. Critical budget shortages and an overworked full-time faculty have created opportunities in higher education for private citizens to function as part-time professors. Administrators in higher education have come to realize that the employment of adjunct faculty rather than tenure-track faculty is a tremendous bargain which currently offers them greater flexibility in budget issues. Availability and reasonable salary requirements are additional strengths of adjunct faculty members. The average salary of an adjunct is well below that for the same load taught by a full-time faculty member. Their overall value to an institution was realized when it became clear that the utilization of adjunct faculty can increase institutional versatility and free funds for academic and capital programs and generally enrich the learning experience of students. The value of adjunct faculty members are tremendous to institutional sustainability. As active or retired practitioners in their research fields, adjuncts draw knowledge from their life and professional experiences, and students obviously reap the most benefit from this real-world expertise. It is evident throughout the literature reviews regarding adjunct faculty productivity that their contributions to higher education are quite extensive. The role of adjunct faculty in institutions of higher education is continuing to evolve, and I believe the need for adjuncts will continue to increase as state funding in higher education continues to decrease. Here are some areas of interest for the concluding remarks of this presentation. Thank you for your time, and my name is Nancy Johnson, and I hope that you have enjoyed this presentation.